Good morning, Dorothy. Good morning, Kim. Hey, you guys. So good to see you again this morning. Yes. Oh, well, thank you, Kim. That's so sweet. All right. Do you guys have I don't think the two of you do. You might have a wedding coming up this summer. Well, June is the month for weddings, and even though we are still on isolation, I know that some weddings are still going on privately, and so we still need to send some cards. So I have a really cute card idea today for you. It's a monochromatic wedding card idea, and I'm going to be using sketch number 17. All right, and also, for those of you who don't know me, that are watching this later on the replay, my name's Kristina Reese, and I help paper crafters make a difference with their creativity with card making. And also, I've been coming live every morning in the month of May. I've been doing a series, a card a day in the month of May. So if you've missed any of them so far, you can go over to my YouTube channel, Creating with Kristina, and look at the playlist, A Card a Day in the Month of May, and you'll find all the videos there. They're also on my Facebook. If you just click on videos, they'll show up there also. Okay. Well, good morning, Debbie. How are you? Hello, hello. All right. Was May 31st moved to September? I don't understand. What does that mean, Kim? Are you Is that like a joke about how many days we've been in quarantine? I know there's so many out there. Anyways. All right, let's get making this card. Okay, so I need to make sure I do this right. Nope. There we go. Perfect. Did it. And voila. Okay. So we are doing a card a day in the month of May, and I said we're using sketch number 17 in my little ebook that I made. And those of you who don't have a copy of this, there's a link. If it's not in the Facebook link, it is in the YouTube link, but I'm trying to remember to put it in the Facebook link. Sometimes I forget though. And the stamp set that we're featuring is First Frost. This will be retiring out of the current catalog. So this is available through May. So you have 2 weeks left. And it's a beautiful stamp set. It's what they call a distinctive stamp set. So in other words, instead of doing multi-layers stamping to create a 3D effect, the 3D effect is in the stamp already. So that's what they call distinctive. I'm going to lift this up a little closer so you can see that rose. Isn't that beautiful? And so when you stamp, it's going to be darker in the center and lighter on the edges. And it's just the way they make the stamp. It stamps that way. It's really cool. All right. Of course, we're using congratulations here for a wedding. But there's also wishing you all the best. Of course, that's a wedding sentiment, but it can be for all kinds of things. And this is a First Frost. This was in the Christmas catalog, our mini winter catalog. Here's to a season filled with warmth, comfort, and good cheer. And the paper that went with this stamp set was so beautiful. It was silvers and blues and just frosty looking. It was so pretty. But that paper, of course, hasn't been available for a couple years now. This is the second. I think this has been in circulation for 2 years now. But anyways, it is discontinuing at the end of May. Sorry, rattling on. And it also has a coordinating die set. And the die set is 2 pages or 2 sheets of dies. So it cuts out the roses. And they actually have 2 little roses. So you don't have to, so you can like cut all 3 of your roses out at the same time instead of just cutting these 2 sizes out and then going back and having to cut that 3rd little rose out. The little decorative pieces here the same way. They just have 2 identical dies, so you don't have to go through the cutting machine as much. We're using this spray of little berries here today. They also have some stamps that you can cut out also. So that's the coordinating die set that goes with the stamp set. Okay, and it's called First Frost. All right, put that to the side. Let's, and another thing about this stamp set, and it is really geared towards weddings with the sayings, but it can be used for birthdays if you have a birthday stamp. But what I was going to mention was you can change the colors of this and make it for any season. So if you had a fall wedding, you could put like crimson, like a red rose with some orange greenery, or orange rose with some purple greenery. You know, use fall colors, and you could have a fall wedding. Or if it's a winter wedding, you could do the frosty colors. A spring wedding, bright colors, and a summer wedding, the pastels. We're doing a monochromatic theme today, so that's something a little different. It could go any time of year. Let's get started. First of all, we are needing a white layer. All right, let me pull out the sketch over here to the side for you so you can see what I'm doing. All right, here's, whoops, it's in the way of my picture. There we go. And let me move this over. There we go. My little piece of grid paper here. All right, I think we're all set. Okay. We have this white layer back here. Okay, I'm gonna pull that up. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be very similar to this card here that I made the example for. I'm going to create a spray back behind the strip, but I'm going to do a little more than just this. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So I have this strip, and I'm going to create a spray behind it. So what I like to do when I'm creating like this is to very lightly, I learned my lesson the last time with a pencil, just kind of very lightly mark where the strip is going to go, okay? Yeah, just, I mean, you hardly, I don't even know if you can see that on the camera, it's so light. Yeah, it is very light, but that way, if it doesn't erase, you can't see it anyways. Okay, I'm going to use this spray stamp. You see the little berry spray stamp, and I'm using Night of Navy. I want it really dark in the back. And I'm going to go where my strip goes. I'm going to be going over that, and the strip is just going to hide it. Okay, and do one down on this side. There we go. All right, so we have those two sprays. Let me get my stamp cleaner here. All right, we're done with that. Now, the next thing is I want to give this white paper a little something. It's flat. I'm not into flat. So what I thought would be really cool, we have an embossing folder, and this one's not retiring. You can get this all the way through next May. But it's called Subtles. And basically what it does is it just gives a little texture to your cardstock without distracting from what you're creating. But it just gives it a little interest. So I'm just going to stick that in there like that. Now, yesterday I had trouble with my embossing machine. Alright, so I have my regular platform, and then I have, now this one fits just on there. It's a 6x6 and a blue plate. Now I know I use a blue plate this time because this is a brand, this embossing folder came out when the blue plate did. I need to mark, that's another thing. Mark your embossing folders as you buy them to how to set your sandwiches up in your particular machine. All machines are kind of a little different. All embossing folders have a little different thickness. So I really need to go in just with a permanent marker there and just write down what I need. All right. And let me pull that up so you can hopefully see it. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Yeah. All right, cool. And so we have that. And I'm going to close up the ink. Now, for my spray, I have these two pieces, but I wanted some 3D also, and I couldn't decide. I picked out some silver, but I also picked out some navy cardstock, and I just wasn't sure which one I was going to like the better on this card, so I did them both. So if I do Night of Navy with Night of Navy, Okay, that's kind of cool looking. All right, and so we're going to be having the strip going across right here. Okay. Or, instead of the Knight of Navy, we pull in the silver. Ooh, that is really pretty. This is going to be a hard decision. Okay, and like that. Wow. Decisions. What do you guys think? Oh, hey, good morning, Colleen. How are you? What do you guys think? Do you like the silver or do you like the navy? Or hey, what about both? No, too much. Whew. Going overboard. Come back here. Stuck. All right, so the top has the navy and the bottom has the silver. What do you guys think? Give me some suggestions here, peoples. What do you think? What do you think? Can you hear me? I know there's always a delay on Facebook Live, and so I'm asking questions and then it's like you're typing as fast as you can, but it's just not coming up. There we go. Debbie says silver. Silver wins. Okay, there we go. Silver wins. All right, so I need to get some glue and glue this down. Okay, come on, glue. Whoa, too much. It had an air bubble in there. Okay, not a problem. And I've got to find my line. My line's right there, so there we go. Okay. All right. I think that's going to stay. Oh, Colleen likes the silver too. Good. Oh, hello, Francine. How are you doing this morning? We got all kinds of people here today. I love it. All right, so we attached our sprays. All right, well, I mean, I'm making this super fancy. We're getting out the silver thread now. All right, I think I did silver thread on another card earlier. I made so many cards this month, I'm losing track. All right, so I need to put down some tape runner first to stick it onto. Of course, I have that glue in there. I'm going to have to be kind of clever with how I do my... Okay. There we go. Let's see if that works. And I'm putting a lot on here, and I'm making it really big. Okay, so you just take your thread, whoop, don't let it get in that glue, and just pinch it in your fingers like this. And I'm opening my fingers really, really wide. There we go. And I'm just wrapping it around, catching it between my thumb and my index finger as I go. 4, whoops, I'm off the screen. There we go. 5, 6, 7. And then I need my snips, which I keep losing. And now we're just going to, well, I put my tape there, but okay, we will make this work. There we go. And just kind of press it down into the sticky. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Now those loose ones like this here, you can just bring it down or you can trim it. I'm going to bring it down. I'm trying to figure out where it is. There it is. And stick it in to the sticky, into the adhesive. Woo! Yeah, this card today is not a simple card. It is a very fun, all kinds of stuff I'm going to be adding to this card. I love fancy cards. They take a while to make, but they're worth it, I think. Okay, now all my strings are in there. Yay! All stuck in the sticky. Cool. Cool! Love it. All right, let's put this away before it unravels. Francine, you're still in bed. Girlfriend, what am I going to do with you? There we go. Okay. Yeah, I know there's a lot. There are not very many people who get up at 9 in the morning Central Time. to watch this, but that's okay. I do get a lot of people later in the afternoon who watch the replay. Attach the decorative ribbon board. Okay, so I did the silver spray and I did the thread. Let's move that out of the way. And now what I'm going to do, I have my strip, but this is retiring also, and I want you all, if you like the decorative edges, isn't that pretty? You don't want to miss out on this. This is going away at the end of May. I'm rhyming again. I am going to put just the teeniest bit of glue on the very edge here. I mean, hardly any at all. And then come down here. Okay. Put the glue back on. And now take my decorative edge. Stick that on there. Okay. And then the other side. Oops. There's a few like loose little pieces from where it didn't punch just perfect. Oh, is that upside down? I can't. I guess it really doesn't matter which side. It's the same. All right, let me put that on there. Okay. Isn't that pretty? I just love that. That's going to be really pretty on the card. Okay, it's a very fancy. I'm just getting all fancy. Dorothy, 9 is not early. Yeah, I'm still getting up at 5:32, Dorothy. I've always been a morning person. Francine is not, though. Nor is my husband. He gets up, checks his work schedule on the computer, and then goes back to bed if he doesn't have any patience. He's got a cush job right now. Oh, so funny. All right, where was I? Attach a decorative ribbon border. Now we're going to stamp congratulations. So I have this little white strip here. The decorative border is done in Blueberry Bushel. This is retiring at the end of May. This is one of our in colors from 2 years ago. So, and that's kind of another reason why I picked blue, was I want to show off these beautiful in colors that are going away. All right, here we go. Yay! I'm always worried when I stamp without my Stamparatus, but it worked. So good. Okay, let me just put that to the side and close this off. Oh, I do need my snips for this. Darn, where are those things? I have no idea where they went. Let's see if I have it. I know I was fussy cutting yesterday, so I know they're on this desk somewhere, but I haven't been able to find them. I'm going to try to do this with a big pair of scissors. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so I'm trimming this down right there. But then I want to do that cute little flag tail I do on the end of strips. Alright, and can y'all see what I'm doing? Pull it up to the camera here. There we go. So I go up the center just a itty bitty bit, and then from each corner to where I stopped cutting. Ooh. Okay. There we go. Oh, y'all can't see that. There you go. Little flag tail. Alright, so that's going on here, kind of like at an angle like this, because it's going to go in a cluster of roses. Alright, let's see what our next step is. Alright, so we stamped our sentiment. We're going to attach the ribbons and the bow. Alright, I got to make sure I don't go over my edge. Okay, so where's that pencil? Okay. Now, the roses I stamped in the Blueberry Bushel, and then I used the little die cuts and I cut them out. I cut out 2 large and 1 small. And the way I'm going to put this on here is I'm going to put the big one down here, and then the other big one up here, and this little one right there. Then I'm going, whoopsie, Then I'm going to attach the congratulations, like so. Probably, well, I'm going to lift that up a little bit, yeah. There, so the congratulation is on the ribbon there. Okay. And next, I wanted blue ribbon, which I do not own. So I don't have the Blueberry Bushel in color blend, but the light Night of Navy worked perfectly. So the light Night of Navy. And isn't that pretty? And it has the silver edge. So this is just white ribbon that I colored, okay? And I'm gonna put a blue bow there. So let me cut that off and make a bow. And the way I make bows is I take 2 bunny rabbit ears, like so. Francine says, at least I'm awake. That is true. Okay, and you just, yeah, I colored a lot of ribbon. I didn't need this much ribbon. Tighten it up there, and like I said, you hold the loop as you pull the end string out. All right, and then you can like tug on the tails. I think I want it a little smaller. There we go. Perfect. All right, so there's my little bow, and my little bow is going to go right there. So let me cut off the tails. There we go. Oh my gosh, this card is so fancy. Fancy, fancy. All right, let's attach these roses on here. So this bottom one is going to be glued on. Then okay. Then this one, I can't remember, is this? Yeah, and then this one also, the strip is going to give it a little dimension, but the little rose I'll put up on dimensionals. All right, so then that one goes there. And we need a dimensional. There we go. Banner under the rose would be good. Yes, Francine, it would. Yes, it would. Okay. And so now we have this little rose right here. I want it to have enough room. There we go. All right, you think, so we're going to put the banner. Oh yeah, that'll look much better. Thanks, Francine. And then the bow can go, oh yeah, that's going to look nice. All right, so let's do that. I actually wanted it up on dimensionals, but we can still tuck it under and do that. So, there we go. Cool, cool, cool. All right, the best way to attach ribbon is with glue dots or bows or any 3D object. The best way to do it is with glue dots. And my glue dots, I tie a string around this wax paper because this wax paper unravels and it's so frustrating. And you just pull back the wax paper until you reveal a glue dot. I don't know if y'all can see that. You kind of can. Anyways, you just put your bow right on top of that glue dot, press it down firmly, pull it up, and then attach the bow where you want it on the card. Okay. All right, we're getting there. We are getting there. Gosh, that's pretty. Get back to my card. So now I've attached the roses and the bow. I want to attach this strip to the card now. Whew, that is some fancy card. Yep. Okay. Wow, that is super pretty. All right, let me put some glue on here to stick it down real good. I tend not to use very many dimensionals. I like putting things on dimensionals, but if you put too much, make it too thick, you can't mail the card. So, and it's got that thick bow there already, so I'm not putting this up on dimensionals, but I am putting it at an angle. There we go. Okay. Like the, whoops, card sketch. A card sketch there. Okay, and hold it down for just a sec till it adheres. and turn it over. Now you're going to have to be careful not to get your ribbon there. I noticed it's kind of sticking out, so I'm going to pull it back while I trim back this. And I just use the card edge as my guide. Okay. There we go. Wow. Gosh, I can't get over how pretty this is. I'm just in love with myself here. Oh my gosh. For the rest of you, Francine and I were watching a business meeting. Oh, Colleen, you were watching it too. The girl who did the demonstration from France, she just tickled me so much. When she was doing her demonstration, she was like, oh, it's so pretty, it's so pretty after everything. And I was like, God, that sounds like me. How are we doing here? We've attached the strip to the card. Now we need to attach the layer to the card base. And I'm doing the blueberry bushel. And we're just framing that like that. So let me and use glue because we ran it through the embossing machine. And so it has texture. And like I said, tape runner doesn't tend to stick very well when it has bumpy surfaces to worry about. Okay. Go. We are not finished yet. I told you this was going to be a fancy card. All right, my very last step. Here we go. These hearts, epoxy hearts, are retiring. They're so cute and they're clear, but all you have to do is take a blend. I don't know if you can see that very well. I've colored them blue with the Night of Navy. And then I just take take your pick tool with the piercing side, and I'm just picking up the little hearts because they have adhesive on the back. And I'm just going to put those randomly all over the card. All right, we'll put one here. And, you know, because it's a wedding card, so it has to be hearts, right? Not dots. Oh no, it stuck to my finger. One there. And one way over here. Let's see, we'll go this way. And a couple down here. Remember odd numbers. 3 roses, 5 hearts. I colored 6, I noticed. Okay, come on, little heart. Get off of this. All right, there we go. 5 hearts. It keeps it balanced. I know that sounds weird for odd numbers to balance things, but for some reason, I mean, they emphasize this so much in design school. Groups of 3, groups of 5. 7's a bit much, but unless you have a very large project. Even when you're doing home decor, if you're interior design, on your tables, do, you know, groupings of 3 on your table. It's beautiful. If you do, like, for instance, I have 2 down here, but I balanced it out by putting 3 up here. So I have 5, 3 and 2, even though these 2 are here. Anyways, what do you guys think? Francine says it's a beautiful card. It is a pretty card. I like it. All right, let's recap. So this card, wow, lots and lots of steps. First was the white layer, and I marked the diagonal strip where it was going to go. Once I did that, I stamped my sprays. Then I ran the white sheet through the Subtles embossing folder. Then I attached the silver spray and the silver thread. I stamped congratulations on the little banner. I attached the banner and the roses and the bow and all of that to the strip, to the and also the decorative ribbon, all of that. Then I glued the strip down onto the card base and the layer onto the card base. So that is a lot of steps, but it's beautiful. And all you need is one stamp set with the coordinating die. You don't even really need the well, yeah, you do. If you want to do these sprays, you need the coordinating die. I was saying you can fussy cut those roses, but the die, the little berry sprigs, you'd need the die for. this decorative ribbon punch, silver thread. Where's my epoxy hearts? My silver ribbon. I got all kinds of stuff going on here. What else did I do? Snips. Awesome. And glue. Oh my gosh. I had fun making this card with you all this morning. I know it took a long time. We're already at 31 minutes. So that was a very intense, labor-intense card, but so worth it. It's so pretty. If you all have any tutorials, remember, just let me know if anything you want me to teach you how to do, and I'll try to figure it out if I don't know how already. And don't forget, I do have a newsletter each week. Each week it keeps you up to date on the Stampin' Up! Stuff, but it also has a free card tutorial in there, and it also tells you when my upcoming classes are. And because we do everything virtually now, I do virtual classes. So Kim and Dorothy, you all signed up for my virtual class, and your packages were mailed out yesterday like I emailed. Really excited. I've started coming up with ideas for my June class now. I think you're going to really like this June class coming up. So you want to be subscribed to the newsletter so you all get that information. I have talked long enough this morning. You all have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will see you tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, for the next card of the day. Bye-bye.